Hey everyone, Travis here on day 2, week 11 of the LCS Spring Split. Everything winding down here. I'm here with Cop from Curse. How's it going, Cop?
Doing good. Just won a game against CLG, so we're happy.
Now, in that game, a lot of people online seem to be feeling as though CLG was not try-harden. They had some unusual bans in the beginning, and then they seemed to just sort of play a little bit more recklessly than they normally do. What were your thoughts on their performance?
The only thing that really threw me off was their bottom, I guess, kind of dive on Lulu. I think they could get it. I think they thought that they could just pick him off easily, but Lulu's kind of not a balanced champion, and so they were able to not catch him. And then Renekton came in the back and just kind of murdered all of them while I was like, I'm going to push because I didn't think that would all happen. I think their bans weren't that bad just because they're purple side, so they get 2 picks instead of 1. And so I guess they were trying to get 2 OPs instead of 1, but we just took Lulu because all the other junglers will be open.
All right, so that was it. So, because clearly the bans that they made were just, inconsequential, right?
We played Heimer once against them.
Okay.
And Quas went 0-14, and we never played it again.
So do you think they were afraid of the 0-14 Quas?
Possibly. They saw it. They knew. They feared it from solo queue. Okay, that big turret is broken. So, yeah.
All right, so you don't have an issue. You don't think that their bans were trolling?
Nope, completely. Wait, what was it? There's Heimerdinger,
Poppy.
Quas plays Poppy.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
I forget the other one. I can look it up on my phone.
It's probably some bad champion that we weren't going to play regardless. So, it's, yeah, probably troll bans.
Okay. Do you think it was BM of them to do that?
No, some people just do. We've had times where we just leave something. We just don't even ban a third ban because, yeah, we're purple side. We want 2 brokens instead of 1. So what we did before, we'd leave Lulu and Elise and Kha'Zix up, or actually Kha'Zix wasn't broken then, or he wasn't even considered. But yeah, Lulu and Elise up, so we could get one or the other.
So you think it was a legitimate game then?
Well, they don't have anything to lose, so probably. I'm just trying to come up with reasons for them, but they probably did not care.
Okay. They probably did not care. Is that annoying to you at all, or do you not care that they didn't care?
I mean, we needed that win, so I'm fine with it. But I think, I don't know, the only difference would have been them banning out Lulu and Kha'Zix, and then the game would have just been kind of more of a stale game, I guess. And it would have been it would have basically been the Nidley versus Gragas or something mid. And so it could have swayed the results just because they might have been able to pick us off better at Dragon.
So you guys are now likely to be locked in at 5th, unless some crazy stuff happens in your guys' games and Dig's games. You know what?
I think they're about to win.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is you guys are likely to be
some crazy stuff. I guess, yeah, likely.
Crazy stuff. So first off, how thoughts on you guys getting the 5th spot for Spring Split?
I think we're fine with it just because, yeah, we just wanted to secure that place against Dig, just because I think both us and Coast, and I think EG was contesting for it before, but not anymore. And we all just didn't want to play CLG just because they're looking pretty good right now. Yeah. Well, besides in our game, but they do look pretty good in every other game. Like their game yesterday against C9 did perform really well. Yeah, so just getting out of that spot. So now we're playing Dig, and wait, what was the initial part of that question? Oh yeah, I'll bring up purple side. Yeah, 5th place gets purple side probably. And so I think we're actually content with that just because we had 3 purple side games this week, so that's basically all we practice. So I think we already have pretty good results on blue side, so our main, I guess, hurdle was getting good at purple side, and I think we've successfully gotten that.
Hey, how do you feel about playoffs being played on the new patch?
I'm fine with unless I see something weird to come out. I know junglers with Feral Flame that's a really weird part of the game. But that might actually help Dom out a lot, so that could be big because he's known to carry and get a lot of farming games. And I think they buffed Graves, so that's one of my old main champions, and I really like playing him, so I could bring him out, and I think MF will be disabled. Yeah, it's basically I'll probably just maybe pick up Graves. Not that many huge changes. Maybe taking heal instead of barrier. That's it.
You think Graves is going to be viable now?
I think he was already viable. I think people just didn't play him because they wanted to play the comfortable, safe champions like Lucian, Caitlyn, Jinx in a way. I guess she's more of the risky one, but she's a really good hyper carry. And yeah, they just played safer ones.
Do you think that Graves is now a comfortable, safe champion?
Well, lowered the amount on E, which is kind of big. I think they did that. And they buffed the ultimate quite a bit. So that's yeah. Like before, he was just a big like damage burst mage champion. Now he's just even stronger. So I like his mobility, I guess.
Very good. Other than that, how are things going on Curse?
Things are going pretty good right now. Yeah, we finally, I guess, have our core 5 players. I think we're finally done with, I guess, switching players out. We're just comfortable with Bunny, and so, yeah, just practicing to finally, I guess, yeah, get over that 4th place hurdle.
Very good. And so you guys are content with Bunny. You're feeling comfortable with him?
Sometimes he can go a little, I guess, troll in solo queue, and that sometimes carries over to scrims or something. So I'm getting to that point where I'm limiting him on some of that stuff. But
How do you do that? Is it like a taser?
every time he screws up and does something like that, I just yell at him for 5 minutes.
Like, and what? Like, is it? Did you learn that from Saint or something? Or
It might have like carried over, but yeah, just not actually 5 minutes. Probably I'll just grill him a little. So just because I guess when you know you screwed up and other people know you screwed up, like if you, I don't know, he might not notice. So I just try to pressure him, and I don't know. It's a way to fix it, I guess. That's how I fixed a lot of my problems, actually. Edward would yell at me, and I'd fix my passiveness.
would he yell at you in Russian?
No, that'd be frightening, though. That probably would have worked. That would have worked. Yeah.
Would you consider yelling at Bunny in Russian?
If I knew Russian, I'd probably do it. Just 'cause like, Quas.
He doesn't know Russian, so how like
I could just, like, Google Translate it. Like, if I was Quas, I would just speak Spanish in scrims. It'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
We actually do it sometimes. It's kind of funny.
is that a contributing factor in you guys getting the 5th place?
It could be. You never know. But, like, me and Dom understand a little bit of Spanish, and I think Voy probably does because he's a genius. So we can handle it.
You have any shout-outs, plugs, anything you'd like to say at the end of this interview, Cop?
Yeah. Thanks to the sponsors, Alienware, Cooler Master, Energems, and Absolute LoJack. And be sure to check out LOL Pro for our guides that we write. And thanks to the fans. I think we finally found our core 5, and I think we're finally going to catch our stride.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for the interview. Great to catch up with you and find out what's going on with Curse. At the very end here, looking forward to seeing you guys in playoffs in just a couple weeks. For everyone else, you can check out the rest of our coverage of the NALCS and more at ongamers.com.